YouTube, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Grizz back with another video. And today I wanted to try something a little different. Today we are going to read some Reddit questions. As I'm reading the questions, I'm gonna put them up on the screen as well. One of the questions here, let me see. One of the questions here was, it said, mature men of Reddit. What is something that really gets under your skin, even now that you're older and wiser? I consider myself older and wiser, even at the age of 28. One of the things that really gets under my skin, older now, is I would say for me, it's more so of like, people still moving the same way they used to. You still doing the same immature stuff. You still being stupid. You still making just dumb decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like decisions that you should have figured out in your younger age. You still making those same kind of choices, or you still talking a certain kind of way, when you went in another, big group of men or whatever. It's just certain stuff like that just kind of like bugs me. It's just kind of like, you trying to big yourself up, it looks corny. You trying to downplay your woman, that looks corny. So, stuff like that. Nothing really gets under my skin in conversation, because I realize in conversation, a lot of times it's people's opinion. And I was having a discussion with one of my friends earlier. You can't be mad about people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. You can't be mad about how people feel, or, their ideas, stuff they believe. So besides the people just being immature and not knowing how to move, and talking bad about their woman, is kind of just corny to me. So that's how I feel about that one. Let's go to the next question. This one was really good. It said, what helped you to start liking yourself more? I can honestly say that in my earlier dating years, I'm sure a lot of younger guys, hopefully, some will see this. In my younger dating years, I had a lot of insecurities, and a lot of that came from, being cheated on, or thinking you're not good enough because you're not making a certain amount of money, or whatever it is. The thing that helped me to start liking and loving myself more was paying more attention to myself. We're so focused on trying to, what's the word I want to use? We're so focused on trying to impress other people, impress our partner, and you're not working hard to impress yourself. Take better care of yourself. Achieve certain things that you want to achieve. Work hard for you. Don't work hard for anybody else, and just grind it out. And sometimes you need to sit down and have some self-reflection and really understand what kind of man you want to be and what kind of man you are. And then you also have to identify your insecurities and the things that you want to change in your life, things that you can use to better yourself instead of keeping you in this box. Or, another thing I did was also not allow other people to put me into a box, telling me certain things I can and cannot do, depending on what it is. Sometimes it's good advice, sometimes it's straight up negativity. And me striving to get to where I want to get to helped me to realize, that I can do this. I don't need to have the opinion of others. Once you start to cut the opinion of others out of you know, your psyche, the fact that the opinion of others can affect you so much on your day to day, that right there is another thing that helped me love myself more, is cutting out the opinions of others that doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's kind of what I did in my 28 years here. But I say the last 8 is what I did the most growth. Next question. All right, so I really like this question. It said, what is the biggest realization you have had about adult life? I can say that one of the biggest realizations that I've had about adult life is, especially for, speaking on the men's side, that I understand how hard it was for my dad. You know, I look back at my pops. He raised 3 boys. I have one, and I see how much of a challenge just having one is. You know, so I definitely understand that. Becoming an adult. Another big realization that I had too was, there's a lot of things that, even though your parents will try to teach you so much, there's certain things that you will never experience or things that you'll never know how to handle without actually having to deal with it. There's a lot of things that as a child you don't get to experience, or things that you just, as you're a kid, you shouldn't experience them. But when you get older and you experience certain things, you kind of know how to move in those types of situations. You know how to handle things different. Another big realization I had as an adult and, getting into my older age is more concern about health and, taking better care of yourself and learning that there's so many things that you just don't know. And there's so many things that we don't understand, even as adults, that, it's good to constantly keep educating yourself. No matter what the situation is, it's good to, another realization I had was the power of a conversation. Conversation is very important. A lot of people can't hold conversations. A lot of people don't know how to, start a conversation or engage in conversation without having a little bit of fear or self-doubt about where that conversation might go. It's a range of things. That was another big realization for me, was like, wow, conversation is like really important. Building solid foundations within friendships and relationships. What else? The power of credit. That's another big realization I had that you don't get taught in school, is the power of credit in the United States anyway. That's also a very, very important thing. How you carry yourself, even though certain values were instilled from my folks, you learn that when you get older, the way you carry yourself isn't just how you dress. It's the whole package. It's how you speak, how you move in your life, how you handle situations. Everybody's watching those things and they're judging them, and that kind of determines the type of person that you are to other people. And, that's just life. And that's another big realization I had, was you got to be solid with how you speak. You got to be solid how you move. I can honestly say in my younger years, not even that long ago, I can look back and say I wasn't moving as solid as I should have been. I didn't handle certain situations the way I should have. I wasn't upfront as much as I should have been. There's certain things that I've taken in a younger age that I would never take now. Certain things that I would accept that back then that I wouldn't accept now. And I feel like that is one of the biggest realizations in my older age, is just learning things to accept, things that you won't accept, and focusing more on how you move in this world. So let's get one more and then we should be good to go. So this question, to me, this is just like a little funny one, right? So in this question right here, it says, men, how do you be less boring? And then someone in the first comment says, find something else to do except go to work and sit at home. So let's talk about this, right? The first question should be, is what do we determine as boring, right? Because a lot of times men that say they're boring, it's a lot of times you're just focusing more so on your financial or, whatever it is. If you were to say, how do you be less boring? Just step out your box. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're talking in a sense of like dating, how do you be less boring dating? There's so many things you could do for free. You know what I'm saying? If it's a money thing, if it's not a money thing, and you're dating someone, to be less boring, it's easy. Just take them out, do whatever, goes back to the situation. You got to learn how to hold a conversation. That's another thing a lot of men, I feel, can't do sometimes, is like, you don't know how to navigate around conversation. Like, you don't know how to read body language. If you're being boring on a date, quote unquote, right? It's kind of like, why did you ask her out? Being boring to me is like taking her out to dinner and you're not saying anything. You know what I'm saying? You can entertain with your speak. You can entertain with how you talk. Take her somewhere she's never been before. Whatever it is, like, just show her a really good time. And it's not hard to do. That's the thing that a lot of guys overthink sometimes, is like, showing a woman a good time is a hard thing to do, and it's really not. It's not hard at all. You just got to put some thought into it. And I think that's a lot of times where we get branded with that, oh, he's boring type thing, where it's like, you didn't really put thought into the date. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just did it. And it was like, she might have done that a couple times before, And it's just, same old cliche things, but you got to learn, think out the box, switch it up a little bit. Take her somewhere she's never been, show her something she's never seen before, you know, yeah, I just think switching it up and learning how to hold a conversation, that would help with that like big time. So, yeah. So the next question that I saw on here said, men of Reddit, when was the last time you cried? This is a good question because, as men, we are, a lot of us anyway, are raised to, you can't show emotion. You gotta be a certain kind of way, and it's sad because, kind of going to that Kendrick song, I think it's called was it Fatherhood or Father Times? I think it's Father Time. In the song, he's basically talking about how he just wanted to hear his dad say, I love you. And, it's kind of a thing where it's like, as men, we are so, we put on this strong face every day. We go out and try to face the world, but deep and down inside, we hurting like a champ. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to express these emotions because there's one thing as a dude is you're never taught how to do that, which will result in, some men being abusive, some having tempers, some putting their, some people cheat out of emotion and don't even realize it. They kind of just think, nah, I'm just doing it because it's fun. No, you're doing it because there's some problems with you. You feel me? And another thing that we lack sometimes, especially in the black community, is telling our children we love them. That's crazy, ain't it? The simple thing of just telling your kid that you love them. It seems like people see that as a sign of weakness, or they think their child will see them as weak if they were to tell them that they love them. That's so crazy. That idea is just crazy to me. Or you get so caught up in the everyday BS that you forget to just tell your child a simple, I love you and I'm proud of you. That's one thing I refuse to do for my son, is neglect him or limit him or, make him not feel loved by his dad, because I refuse to, have him grow up thinking like, dang, my dad never said this and never did that for me, or, whatever it is. It's just kind of like that simple thing of just saying, I love you, man. I'm proud of you. You could even say it to your friends, men. It's okay, bro. It's okay to look at your boy or, whatever, y'all chilling, like, yo, bro, I love you, man. Like, you never know when your last day is. And it's okay to express your love for people that you love. There's nothing wrong with that. Tell them, let them know now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. Men, we have to get out of that idea that showing love and expressing your love to people is weak, because, a lot of times men that don't know how to express love or don't know how to express their emotions, they never cry. They never do anything. You bottle all of that up and you become a volcano ready to go off any minute. And you have rage built up. You have sadness. You never let any of it out. And crying lets it out. It's sorry to tell you, bruh, but crying sometimes helps. Like, I'm not saying that you just walking around crying all the time, but when there's certain situations arise, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Nobody's judging you. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody has something to say, then that's an issue within them, especially if it's a situation that would warrant tears, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need to get out of that idea that something's wrong if, something's wrong, or you look weak if you're crying. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to just let it out sometimes, bro. So to answer the question, last time I cried might have been, I say maybe a month or two ago. And, it was just a drive home, rough day. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about a lot. I had a lot on my mind, a lot. It was a rough day. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. Rough day. And sometimes as a man, you just can't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't know how to. And that's my thing, is like, a lot of times now I don't know how to talk about things, because some of the things that you want to talk about, people wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't really have that ear that you might need. But you know what? I let it out and I kept it moving, and it's okay. I don't feel bad about it. You know, if it's a situation where I'm happy, like when my son came, I cried in the doctor's, in the doctor's office. I don't care. That's my kid being born. It's like, how is that a sign of weakness? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy stuff like that. So just let it out. It's okay to cry. So yeah. But all right, YouTube, I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to make a quick statement. I'm not too sure where this channel's going. I love posting it, I really appreciate like the 8 people that watch, but it's all good. I just feel like I need to shift my content and focus it more on certain things. So I'm just trying to figure that out. I wanted to try this out because I feel like it's different, and eventually I still do, like I said before, I want to incorporate more people into the show to make it a little bit more interesting. I have an idea that I want to work on with this show that I have here, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like it, share the video, do whatever you got to do, And I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. And as always, hope you and your family, I hope everybody's safe, happy, and healthy. And yeah, get out there and do what you got to do, man. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Whoa, that orange is a champ. Oh, do I look better like that? Should I take the orange out? I think I probably should have took the orange out. Oh, that's too orange. Oh, that's too white. Ooh, wee. Woo. Ain't no tungsten. Oh, we getting blue. Oh, we blue now. That still look good though. I ain't gonna hold you. Okay. That's not bad. Let's turn it up. Let's see. Come on. Oh wow. That's interesting. Okay. That's bright. Peace out, y'all. I hope y'all not still here. Hey, sub to the video, by the way. You're a whore. Just so you know, you're a dirty whore. And we all love you, okay? I said, if you couldn't hear me, I said you're a dirty whore and you're still here. We love you. So peace out.